Hello, Jay here. If I could ask, could you give us a little 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts? Go on, please. It won't take long. You can just do it now. That'd be lovely. And share the podcast. Tell your friends. Appreciate it.
And on today's show, we're talking to Phuket newbie, Ira the Shizzles. Originally from China, pilot recruiter and now packing guru Ira got stranded in Phuket due to COVID last year. She tells us about growing up in China, how easy it is to recruit pilots, even using Tinder, and plans for when travel opens up. Ira is super cool, smart, a great outlook on life, and has beautiful hair. We like Ira. She's cool. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to the podcast.
Hello, mate.
Russell,
I
nice
haven't
to see
seen
you.
you for ages.
We're not here for you, Russell. We're here for Ira. Is it Ira Xie?
Ira Xie. Ira Xie.
Xie.
Xie is like xie, like thank you in Chinese. It's exactly the same character. Xie, X-I-E.
I was going to use a different analogy, but I'll go with that one because it's more polite.
Yes.
I still don't. I'm.
It's the shit.
Oh, it's the shit.
Yeah, xie.
Think?
Xie.
Okay, there you go. Ira, thank you for being us. Thank you for being us today.
No problem.
I should point out that I'm extremely tired, so this could go anywhere. Russell,
Hello.
thank you for coming back. Russell's been away in...
I've been away for a few days.
Okay.
Yes.
Where have you been?
Sorry?
Where have you been?
Good question.
I was in the Similan Islands. I
Oh,
went
okay.
scuba diving.
Oh, I
It was awesome.
just came back from Similan actually.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Were you
Oh,
diving
you
as
too?
well?
Last weekend.
You weren't on my boat. What was going on?
Do you two want to have a little chat
Yeah,
about
but-
the Similan Islands, or should we just get with the
just
podcast?
Were you diving?
No, I didn't do diving
Okay.
there, but I did the free diving there.
You did free diving?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. You like a lot? So now we're all straight away into the sport. So just
Okay, well let's go back. Okay, let's go back.
No, you talk about diving.
No, I just keen. How long have you been doing that?
You mean like doing free diving?
Yeah.
Actually, that was first time trying to do that.
Oh wow.
She
It
was
was
a virgin.
amazing.
She's a virgin.
But it's amazing. Okay, I'm going to try to do
How
more.
deep did you go?
I think maybe just like 3 meter, 3 or like 4 meter. Because I'm a little bit scared. Like when you try the first time, you
Sure.
like jump inside, like it was good.
Hey, it's bad enough when we went to, I think the deepest we went was 32 meters, but we've got air with us. We can breathe. It's okay.
Let's scoop diving.
So,
Come
yeah,
on,
but
it's not fair.
No, but the free diving thing would freak me out.
Ira the Shizzle.
Sorry.
Ira Shizzle, because I can't say what you said before.
She.
Xie. Can you just call me Ira? If you do it like it hard.
Sure,
Yeah,
okay.
just call me Ira. It's
But
fine.
where's the fun?
Ira,
Little Miss. No, that doesn't work.
when did you get to Phuket?
Last year, February.
And what
Ooh.
brought you here?
Coffee. Coffee.
That brought you
You
here?
came here because of COVID,
Actually,
or you brought COVID with you? Just to be clear about this.
Let's not start that rumour, because that's a bad rumour
I
to
will.
have,
I will
isn't it?
keep silent about this part. No, actually, I was traveling in Philippines. Then my flight back to China got cancelled one day before the day I should go. So my friend, like, he's doing some villa renting stuff here, and he was asking, like, why don't you just extend your vacation? Because by then the COVID situation in China is kind of like serious. Everywhere like locked down. You even cannot walk out your community. So I said, yeah, why not? So I just buy a ticket and came here. Then I got stuck here.
Well, that's the first time.
Yeah.
We've not had that one before, have
No,
we?
not at all.
So you're drinking. We'll let you serve. No, you drink. You were travelling in the Philippines, did you say?
Yes.
Okay. So where are you originally from?
China.
But where about? Don't look.
Big
Did you
country.
see the way she
It's
did
a
that
big
then?
country.
Yeah.
To be fair.
It's in the south part of China.
Okay. Can we narrow it down a little bit more?
I could give you some tips, like it's opposite of Taiwan and close to Hong Kong.
Okay. Is it-
Shenzhen area or?
More close.
Okay.
Oh, this
You're
is
getting
fun.
close there.
Keep going, Russ.
No,
Because
that's-
I'm done now.
Yeah.
Actually,
Is it Guangdong?
the city have some history with Phuket.
Oh, okay.
Getting there.
No, I'm
No.
not. No.
In Phuket, they have some noodle. It's called Hokkien Mian.
Oh yeah.
So I came from Hokkien province,
Oh, there we go.
and from a
That was
city
easy.
is called Xiamen. It's also an island.
There we go.
An island?
Yes.
So you're an island chick, island girl.
Kind of, but Lit Island is kind of like big city life. We are not
Yeah, it's
really
a
like
Chinese island.
island
Yeah.
like Phuket here.
And if we may ask this question to a lady, how old are you, if we may ask?
I'm 25 this year.
Wow. Oh, this year.
This year.
So is that this year in December or this year coming up soon?
This year January.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you've just turned 25.
Yes, yes.
Gotcha.
So 25. What was it like growing up in your little island in China?
It's hard to say. I could say just like city life there, because like that island, the Xiamen city I live in, is kind of like city, but we have sea, we have beach, but we don't go to the beach actually, because the sea, the water is not like clear, and my parents, they kind of worry about their safety stuff. So actually, I learned how to swimming in here.
So you only learned to swim when you was in Phuket?
Yes.
Wow. Far out. Just dialing back a bit, you obviously grew up, sorry, what was the name of the island again?
Xiamen.
You grew up there?
Yes.
Did you live anywhere else in China, or sort of your life's been based there?
I studied my university in Tianjin, a city close to Beijing, like just 30 minutes driving away.
Okay. And what did you do at uni?
I was study for like international trading stuff there.
Okay.
International trading?
Yes.
That's
So she's
always...
intelligent. Before you ask the question.
I wasn't going to ask the question. I was going to mention drug trafficking and child trafficking, but I guess that's not right things to say, is it?
Yeah, well, it's trading is trading, yeah.
Why did you choose to study that?
Because I was all spent my life in south part of China, and I was think maybe it's time to go to north part of China to discover like what the lifestyle there is.
Is it very different?
It's totally different. Even we have some like cultural shock. Even we are Chinese, but
Yeah.
we are kind of like different. Even the food and the way you're greeting people and the way like you deal with the things is different.
Did you find it was like a harsher, stronger environment that you were going into?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you're quite intelligent, Russ.
I have my moments. So,
Have you been to China?
a couple of
Yeah.
times, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I grew up in Hong Kong. So as our many podcast listeners will know, I grew up in Hong Kong, but I've only done a few trips into China. So the best one I went to Xi'an City,
yes.
and saw the Terracotta Warriors,
Yeah.
which was amazing. So
All of them?
all of them.
Amazing, yeah.
So no, that was pretty cool. Thanks. And then I've been to Beijing once. And I think that a fly through in Shanghai. So I've not spent really any time to talk about in China.
Okay.
So, but just from living in Hong Kong, you kind of get a vibe for it. But I always found Hong Kong was very, I loved it, but it was all very, what's the word? Harsh.
Yeah,
It's quite a strong,
Yeah.
vibrant, get out of the way kind of feeling. So I was expecting you to say that same thing for sort of Beijing and the like.
Yeah, like Hong Kong is a place like me and my family, we will go when I was young, and we will go there every month because we have relatives there. We will go there for shopping because everything was so cheap by then.
Yeah.
But after these things happen, my family thinks it's not safe, and the stuff we could get cheaper in China right now, so we just stop going there.
So it just occurs to me, actually, so you're 25.
Yes, 25.
Right. So so you've only ever really known Hong Kong as being part of China, which is the next part.
Hong Kong is a part of China, yes.
Well,
but for us,
but just for some historical reference, just before you were born, it wasn't. Right?
No.
So,
before I was
Semantics, but
born.
yeah.
There's going to be an argument here
Yeah.
now. Go on, you two. Argue about who owns Hong Kong.
No, there's no argument now.
So, Ira,
Yeah.
apart from moving up north for your... that was the reason you took that course, though, to go and just look at the north of China.
Yes, yeah.
You could have just travelled, surely.
No, but I also want to, I was living in Xiamen and living in all my family's comfortable zone, the place I know each other like this, and I was trying to jump out this zone. I try to escape from my parents' protect. I try to want to see if I
the
was
world.
there alone, what I can do, this kind of stuff.
Have you got brothers and sisters?
I have a young brother.
Okay.
So you go on.
What's the age gap between you and your brother?
I think 10 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a big age gap.
My parents, they love each other.
Damn right they do. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that'll do.
But thanks to my brother, because he's kind of distract my parents' attention. So sometimes you can
You
do
can
more.
get away with everything.
Exactly.
Oh, cool,
More
okay.
easy.
So the international trading, was that just something you thought, yep, I like the sound of that, or did you have a particular drive to do that particular course?
I think I will go with the first one.
Right, yeah, fair enough. Okay, which I think I would argue a lot of people when they go to uni, it's like, yeah, that sounds good, I'll do that. But as you went through it, was it a case of it something that kind of grew on you and thought, yeah, I like where this is taking me, or was it just do the course?
Just do the course.
What's university like in China?
Huge, big.
We're talking about the university now because you just. Sorry.
The experiences.
What time is it now? It's time to talk about that.
Every time.
It's always time.
Every
I
time.
think we didn't have drinks yet.
That's what you think. Anyway.
Oh, this beach party's going to be fun tonight. No, on the serious question, what is it like? When you say it's big, is it just hundreds, thousands of people? Is it...
More than 100,000 people. Like in my class, we have like 60 people in the class for university. But the university is kind of like more relaxed style in China, because if you study, eventually you will pass, you will get your degrees, anything like that. But I heard from my friends, they study in abroad, another country, they would say like it's really hard for them to get a degree.
What was school life like?
My gosh.
Very structured.
I cannot even remember actually, because like
Because it was so long ago.
Yeah, it was so long ago. Because when I was in university, I was kind of the person I always want to do something new, something different. So I didn't spend much my time in university. I mostly just go out for travel, or maybe like the last year of my university, I just do the intern in my city, Xiamen. So basically, I just spent like 3 years in university life. And I just go back for like maybe 1 week to take the exam and pass it, get my degrees, and that's it.
And then what led you into traveling as a professional? You said you were traveling before you got stuck here. Was that just I was having fun traveling, or you were working in travel?
Fun travel.
Oh wow, okay, cool. Groovy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what did you do after university?
After university,
Yeah.
I was doing recruiter for pilot.
For pilots.
Recruiting pilots?
Yes.
Okay.
For some Chinese airlines. So it's kind of like but I treat people, you know.
So it can't be that difficult to recruit pilots.
Yeah, it's not that difficult. It's easy job,
God, that says a lot about the state of the
But
airlines.
you need to be smart and
What, the
sexy.
pilot? Is that your criteria? Oh
No,
my
I
God.
was joking.
Hashtag me too.
Hashtag me too.
So what? You were recruiting pilots, so they would come and interview with you. You would do how did it all work?
Actually, like we will go to, like for example, we will go to UK, go to Dubai, to some airline there, and we will do a road show to let the pilot know like how is the situation in China, like how is the Chinese airline working, and after they will come to China, and I will be the assistant for them for the whole interview. For Chinese airline, the interview is kind of hard because like at least it will last like 6 months.
Were you recruiting Chinese pilots, or were you recruiting any pilot?
I only recruiting like foreigner pilots. It's not Chinese.
You're recruiting foreign pilots to work in domestic airlines in China.
Yes, experienced captain.
Far out. For domestic airlines within China.
Yeah, for all the Chinese airline.
Commercial or passenger or freight or anything?
Commercial,
Okay.
only
Is it commercial and passenger the same thing?
I was going to ask that actually.
Yeah. You made a J-ism.
I've only had that much coffee, all right? Just let me ease into this. But why? Why? That's the question. Why? Why the drive for foreign pilots coming in and not? You would have thought there would be a huge amount of potential recruits for, frankly, anything in China.
Because like Chinese airline need this captain, because like for Chinese CAAC, if the airline want to buy some aircraft, they need to have enough captain numbers. So by then, for Chinese student, Chinese pilot, they need some time to become a captain.
Sure.
So more easy way and more cheap way for Chinese airline, just kind of buy pilots from outside.
Okay.
And were the pilot? And sorry, you can drink your drink because it's all.
It's fine.
Sure?
It's juice. I know it.
Okay. Were pilots quite keen to coming to work for a domestic Chinese airline?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm guessing the money was good.
The payment is so good.
Yes.
It's triple comparing to Europe.
Wow. And I'm assuming you're recruiting from, how do I put this tactfully, not well, you answered the question. Are you going from like going to British Airways, going to Qatar Airways, going to like the
Yeah,
big guns
yeah.
and saying, right,
Yeah.
we want you to come and work
Yeah,
for us?
yeah, yes.
And they're more likely to do it because, okay, I'm not working for a big brand anymore because, frankly, who knows? Do you know any domestic Chinese airlines? No. So,
Xiamen Airline, Hainan
Xiamen.
Airline.
yeah. I'm sure there's a
I keep
whole
hearing
bunch.
Sharman. Wasn't that by Ebenezer Good?
No, he was the guy that was in the news lately for the whole. Never mind.
Shaking his head.
That'll do. Let's not go down that particular rabbit hole.
Shake it.
But yeah, I'm guessing there's a lot of different airline companies within China.
Yes.
Right.
Indeed.
I would always also argue not very many people outside of China know the names and who they are. But I'm guessing the reason those pilots were willing to go there is because the pay packet was.
Yeah, the payment was good and they have a lot of days off.
So you were travelling around doing different trade fairs, or you were just hanging out at pilot bars and checking out the guys and buying them tequila and stuff? I mean,
I said, hey, come work with me.
Yeah.
Wink, nudge.
What's up, pilot? Hey,
And
ni hao. How you doing? Come on, darling.
actually,
it was.
I met one pilot on Tinder.
I bet you
Actually.
did. Did you?
Yes.
I want to hear this story. I'll tell you my Tinder stories.
So do I.
It's
Why do
kind
I meet people like you on Tinder? Why do I get the lady boys and the prostitutes?
well, you know.
We need to have a chat.
I've come off it. I've come off it now. The lady boys, anyway.
I met one pilot on Tinder, and he was working for the Spring Airline in China. So he's fly for Airbus 320. So we had a little chat, and after I just changed like, hey, do you want to know like more opportunities in China, something like that.
So did you go for a date first?
No.
Or?
How did you know? But you didn't know he was a pilot before you obviously
Come on,
swiped. Whichever way you swiped, you
Sorry?
liked him.
How? Okay, I have a question. How do you recognize a pilot if you are in a party like thousands of people? How do you recognize a pilot?
I've got a feeling there's a joke coming.
Is
No,
it-
it's a question.
There's a question.
Yes.
Okay.
How do you
He's wearing his hat.
Good one. Good one.
He's got a briefcase with him.
Nah.
Briefcase.
Yeah, the
Flight
flight
cases.
case. Flight
Don't have a
case.
little trolley.
Yeah, they've usually got the little trolley sort of wheelie bag, but
Always
the
walks to the front of the
captains
queue.
will always have their little pilot bags.
Were they?
Yeah.
Yeah, you never live back, but it's
I'd
no,
imagine they're
no
drunk.
answer. It's no
Yeah,
answer.
the pilot's always steaming drunk. That's the one.
No, the pilot will tell you by himself. Like they will tell you.
They're like
Yeah,
vegans.
it's like
I
vegans,
like
yeah.
vegans. There you go.
Hey, I'm a
Pilots are like
pilot.
vegans.
Yeah.
Is that a good selling point for? You're a hot chick. Is that? That's really bad. I just stopped myself there. I just realised how bad I sounded.
You stopped yourself a little bit too late,
I did.
but you stopped
I
yourself.
know it's like people cannot help it. I know myself is too charming.
You
I
are.
forgive
You are a hot chick.
That was my fault.
I
I
said
know.
to
I
you-
know.
If I said to you, well, then again, you were on Tinder looking
God
for
damn.
pilots.
Yeah,
So this question's probably a bit weird.
you're available tomorrow night.
If I walked up to you in the bar and said, "Hi, Ira, I'm a pilot," is that a good?
Is that an in?
You know, I guess it was when you were trying to recruit pilots.
If for the business, I will keep chat with him. But if like the person come with me like for date life or something, I will like okay, bye.
Yeah.
That you would say bye just because they said they're a pilot, or just someone who just comes up and says, "This is my job and I'm so cool." I'm just trying to work out how to chat you up later.
I don't.
What do you
Look,
like?
you see that nervous
I
smile?
started
God, how do I get
thinking-
out of this now?
No, because like I work with pilots, so I know how they are. So I'm kind of tired of like dating pilots. Can I say this way?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
So-
yes, you can, because it would suggest you have dated a few.
God damn.
This is great.
Which again, I'm suggesting would lead to a couple of
Sweaty.
Yeah. Is it hot in here?
Oh, can you like turn on air conditioner?
On the upside,
please?
the grease is coming out the hair. So
Tell us about dating pilots. How was that? Did you fly high with them? Have you? No. That.
do you leave the landing light on?
Good one. Good one.
No, just normal, just like normal dating life. But when they talk about things like when they complain something from work, you are more easy to understand what kind of stuff that is. Like,
What do pilots complain about?
come on, they're pilot. They complain about everything.
Yeah, I'm still. the food.
Glorified bus drivers. That's what they are.
Yeah. Just going back a sec. When you're recruiting international pilots to come and work in China,
Yes.
this is probably going to be a silly question, but how does the language barrier affect things? Or are all pilots working in English?
All pilot working in English actually.
Globally?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Is all traffic controlling done in English then? I
Yes.
guess? Oh wow. There you go. Echo Bravo Tango Charlie
Yeah.
Whiskey Alpha.
Alpha Bravo
Alpha
Charlie.
Bravo.
We won't go through
So
it.
November, hotel, golf. I'll keep going. I've done well. Z. No, there's one.
Just remember it that way, and you'll get there.
So you're recruiting pilots now. Obviously, you're not recruiting pilots right now. No,
Yes.
actually. Well, so what happened to the Filipino?
Well, no. Before that, you were recruiting pilots, and
Yeah.
just had a holiday.
Yeah, actually I was on holiday to Philippines, to Palawan, amazing place by the way. And then
By yourself, boyfriend, girlfriend?
with my girlfriend.
Oh, nice. Tell us about that.
Got any pictures?
Which girlfriend you want to know?
Show us the pictures, and we'll tell you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I only have my picture only. Sorry.
No, you're right.
That's all right.
I do actually want to mention one of your pictures that I saw today
Oh.
with a big fish.
Oh, okay.
When was that?
It's in the morning in Bangtao Beach, but
This
actually
morning?
it wasn't me to catch the fish.
Oh, so you did one of these Instagram pictures where you pretended that
It's
it was
like
you that
fake
caught it.
picture.
It was a good fake picture. I fell for it.
Excellent.
Message.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So you were just on holiday with girlfriends just for a trip. So you're taking a holiday from. You're still working for the recruitment
yes,
company.
yes.
And just went to. I've never been to the Philippines.
No, they're right. Somewhere to do. I was supposed to go
Amazing place.
last March. but,
Did you eat chicken in the Philippines?
Chicken.
Mm.
Yeah, of course.
Of course you did. Did you
Of
sing
course.
karaoke?
Karaoke?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Why we sing karaoke in Philippines?
Did you see lots of bands just singing all the time?
Not really, actually.
Were you drinking a lot? Yes.
That's for, that's for sure.
Here's a good question. What's a stereotypical Philippine? Because, okay, what we're saying is here, we look at the Philippine people, the Filipinas,
Filipino.
and Filipinas. They eat a lot of fried chicken. They love their chicken, and they also like to sing. Every band I know is a Filipino
Yeah,
band.
yeah,
So that's
that's
what,
true.
we stereotype that. What do the Chinese stereotype? Do you have anything for the Philippines? Is there any kind of, do you think of them in different ways?
I think the Philippines would just sing the same, like they could singing.
So it's
Yeah,
a singing.
yeah.
Yeah, the singing part. But
Okay.
fried chicken, not really. And also, like, for Philippines, we are kind of like close to each other, kind of, because we have some relatives in Philippines as well.
I've seen a movie like that.
So you went on holiday with your girlfriends to
Yes,
the Philippines.
yes.
Did they make it back to China?
Yes.
I'm assuming they came from China.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of like they came with me to Phuket, and I think in March or in April, some of the girls they just like back to China
Okay.
because they need to go back to work or something like that.
And you stayed a bit longer and then got stuck.
Yes.
Well played. Well played.
So how does it work with so you're not got your recruiting job?
Now I still do some recruiting job online, but just online stuff because
Sure.
we still have some airlines recruiting, but no. A lot of restriction right now. Like if the pilot want to go back to China to do the interview, like this kind of stuff.
Sure. But I mean, there's a quirk with that because you're largely recruiting for the domestic flight market, correct? So
Yes.
not international pilots. So if they're in China, then yeah, there can still be a lot of domestic travel because people are still traveling within. It's them just getting them from Europe or wherever to get into China. That's your okay. So I'm just clarifying. That's all.
So what do you do now to
Pass the
satisfy
time.
your needs apart from catching fake fish on Bangtao Beach and going free diving down a couple of meters?
Actually, I have a moving company in China, like helping people to relocating, like mostly for international. My main customer are pilots.
Funnily enough.
Because of COVID, lots of them's contract be terminated by airline, so they need some help. And I think, I could help.
So moving
People
stuff.
back to China.
Yes. No, from China back to Europe, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So if someone hasn't got a job anymore, they're stuck in China, they move back and you are then... But how are you doing that from here?
To be fair, that's actually quite nice. So you've gone out to Europe, you've wined and dined and swooned these guys to give up their life and move to China to work for an airline, from which they've now been fired, but at least you're helping them get back to where they were. I think that's great.
And getting more money out of it.
I'm so sorry to say that, but I was always like joking with my friend, like I'm the person who bring them to China, but I'm also the person who send them
Send them
back.
back.
But how does it work doing that from here? Have you got a team of people, I guess,
Yeah,
over there?
I have a team of people like in Xiamen, in China. So I just do some online stuff. Mainly, I just communicate with customer and giving some order to my people to let them know like which day.
To my people. Yeah, what you said
My
there, my
peeps.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, my people, my team.
But how did you get this team and how long have you been doing this?
My dad and my friends is helping me out. So
Gotcha.
we have some like part-time worker, and also like I have one like the people who I trust. They will inspect all the things.
Far out. So that's
Yeah.
kind of keeping you going.
Yeah, and also have some like I have a good connection with some shipping company, and their shipping rate is so cheap.
Sure.
Another plus.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if anyone needs anything shipped anywhere, but
From
from China.
Uh-huh.
You're the
Okay.
go-to girl.
Yes.
So listener, if you've got anything in China you need shipping, tap up Ira, so
But
to
I'm
speak.
fairly
I'm
confident
here.
you could, if you need something shipped into China, you could probably help with that as well.
Into China is kind of hard.
Okay.
It's very hard because the Chinese custom is
Twitchy.
yeah.
Fair
But
enough.
I help some people to ship their stuff from China to Thailand.
Okay.
Some personal belongings.
Okay.
Do you miss China?
Yes, I miss my family actually, my family and my friends.
And when are you wanting to go back?
Good question.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, but or better way of putting it, if everything opened up tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
would you be in a rush to be on the first flight back, or are you quite happy to?
Stay here and take
Stay here
Instagram
and look
pictures with you catching fish that aren't the fish you caught. It was a big fish. to be
It was
fair.
big, really. And I think I will take the first flight to China, but I maybe just for a short visit, like maybe 2 weeks or something, because I still have a lot of stuff in China, my laptop, my everything there. I was begging my mom to send my laptop to me, but my mom, she's the person like, you should go back now, you should come back. You come back, pick it by yourself.
So you really did just get stuck here with just like
Yeah.
your backpack bag and that was it?
Exactly,
Holy moly.
exactly.
Do you find it liberating in some ways?
It was
Liberating. It's
It's like
this
getting
free-
naked in the sea. Feeling free, feeling
feeling
open.
completely free.
Actually, no. I'm kind of person like just like I could get myself to anywhere, if I want to be there.
Which is, well, okay, well, there's two things with that. One is in terms of people that like to travel, or in particular have spent a lot of time traveling, expatriates live overseas. The argument has always been, it's a small world. You can be
Yeah,
anywhere
yeah.
you want. Anywhere on the planet you can get to within
Exactly.
24 hours. So I don't mind where I am because I know I can get back to wherever. But now we can't. And that's been the real sort of shake-up for
Reality,
people.
like-
Yeah,
But I'm kind of person like I always like get along with the people, and I will always get along with the place.
yeah.
How many people did you know here when you first came to Thailand or to Phuket?
One,
So that was just the guy that said.
And are you
Yeah.
still friends?
and we're still friends. Yeah, we're still friends.
But that must be really tricky just to come out for one dude. I'm assuming that you're not partner. It was just a friend.
just a friend.
So you came out here and then
So just to clarify, you're single. That's, I think, what Jay's getting at.
Oh, I know she's single. Rebecca Lett opened her big mouth and shouted it across the whole
I
world.
didn't hear that. I didn't hear
I should
that.
tell you the story how I met Ira, to be fair. I think we've been friends Facebook friends. But anyway,
So you stalked her first.
no, she was stalking
Yeah,
me.
he is. He was.
No offense, but you're not the first. Carry on.
No, she's not.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right,
yeah.
to be fair. Anyway, Ira was at Blue Tree, and I was at Blue Tree at the time. And I saw, because the one Phuket guys doing the charity stuff, they were doing, and you walked into that room when they were packing all the bags.
Ah, yeah.
So
I
saw
was
you
doing
in
the
there.
helping.
You'd either you weren't helping, you were just walking around looking beautiful. So
thank you. That was kind of
Which was helping.
Yeah, exactly.
It motivated people.
It was much more enjoyable. I walked in a hot yoga pants, let me say. Anyway,
Sorry, whoa, just hang on. I'm just processing an image.
honestly, this is terrible.
I'm back.
She sat right here.
Come on, I'm here. I could go back to change the yoga pants if you want.
Do you promise?
Stop.
That was a joke.
Honestly, this is a serious hashtag. This is a Weinstein podcast. This one's
Okay.
going, this is bad.
Let's
This
go
is
back.
bad.
Let's go back to
Let's go
topic,
back.
guys.
I'll go back to my positive. The one thing I noticed about Ira was she had really beautiful hair. And I went, wow, that is stunning hair. Maybe not as nice as it is right now. But I noticed that. And then Ira just went and sat down at a place called Main Italy, which is at Blue Tree. You go there if you want, it's nice. And I saw her, and she was talking to Rebecca, and I said to Rebecca, and I went, excuse me, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just have to tell you this. I think you've got absolutely beautiful hair. And
He
that was
said
my
it
first
three
thing I
Before
said.
you say
times.
anything else, what was your first thought when he said that?
I'm like, okay, thank you.
Okay, good to know. Moving on.
I'll edit that out.
Yeah,
right? And what I'll put in
obviously,
is,
yeah.
oh my God, he's really beautiful. what a great looking guy, and he loves my beautiful hair. But you had just had it done, apparently, by, was it Mura?
No. Actually, I colored my hair, I think 6 months ago.
So you hadn't had it just done?
No.
You did have beautiful hair.
Thank you.
It was on the level.
Do have, just to, anyway.
Not so much right now, but it's on the level with Hudson. Honestly,
You've got a real thing.
with hair.
Yeah.
I really have at the moment. I have a real thing with hair
Yeah.
on the head.
We should really get
Sure.
off this topic.
Exactly, I think so.
Yeah, cool. So, anywho, so that's how you met. Fantastic. And then just invited to be on the podcast, and you thought,
Well,
Sure,
the
why
other
not?
reason is because we've never had a Chinese person. I don't think. Have we had a Chinese person on the podcast? We haven't.
Really?
No, I don't think we have.
Oh, I'm the first one.
You're the first one.
Oh.
You've obviously listened
You're
to all
welcome.
70. Check her out. And this is the other reason why she's on the podcast
Sorry.
as well, because she's got balls. So what's the plans then? Because obviously, so as soon as China opens up and as soon as you're going to go, you did say you're going to go for a little while and then you want to come back? Or
Yeah,
are you
yeah.
Gonna,
I think I will come back here.
so you've fallen in love with Phuket?
Yes.
there we
Oh,
go.
tell us more.
No, I saw a lot of opportunities here, and I saw a lot of like the space here. The things I could do here, and I'm quite interested with.
So one of my follow-up question was going to be along those sort of lines in terms of, have you used the time here to think about what am I going to do next, or do I just wait to go back into my old job? Or are you now thinking, yeah, there are other opportunities and other avenues that you could take? And also, just to throw in another question all at the same time, you've still been working with the recruitment company since you've been
Yes,
here,
yes.
which must have been tricky, but still doable.
Yeah, yes.
But has that changed your working dynamic anyway, in as much as even if you went back to doing your old job, well, I can do it from anywhere?
Yeah, like if I go back to my old job, I think I could still do it if I'm in Phuket. But also, I'm in Phuket. I do also have another job. It's kind of like helping a Chinese company to maintain and like management their properties here.
Okay.
Well, I have a sneaking suspicion as soon as the markets, or as soon as the things open up, as soon as the airports open up, we're going to be inundated, Phuket, with not just people wanting to move here and live here because they're fed up with living in Hong Kong because of what's going on,
Yeah.
fed up with living in Singapore because they've been locked down. So people are going to think, wow, Phuket, what freedom they have. But I also think the Chinese market that was coming en masse years ago is going to start coming back again. And you can already feel the changes. For example, that place that we were hanging out at the other night.
Yes. Yeah.
So there's a new bar that's open. Is it because say bar?
Bar nightclub in.
W Club.
Yes.
Who?
The owner's Chinese.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Have you been there?
I never been there, but I know the story.
Oh my God.
Come on, I'm smart. I know everything.
Well, yeah, which is why you didn't go.
It was a very interesting
That was an
experience.
interesting experience. Yes.
We didn't stay, but we stayed for one beer.
We
I
stayed
could
long.
see from your guys' face now.
Yeah.
It
Wow. It was special.
It was very odd. But it just reminded, I used to DJ, and so I DJ, and MC, Russell used to MC, and I did Chinese weddings. And it just had a very similar feel to the setup of a Chinese wedding, where these guys are going to sit there with a bottle of whiskey, shirts off, and just get out and just smoke 15,000 cigarettes in one go, and just get hammered.
Really?
Yeah. It was pretty full on.
Do you not see
my
that?
God. I know, I didn't see that, but I saw another side story, but I didn't expect this kind of story.
Yeah. No. Yeah. What were you expecting? Glitz and glamour?
I will keep silent about
No.
this question.
I'm very interested to know
We
what
weren't there when the ladies were there, that's for sure. But for a fact there will be a lot of ladies that will go there
Yeah.
to satisfy the gentlemen that are
Yeah.
going to be sat there drinking their whiskey, smoking their
Just for
cigarettes.
clarity, the night we were there, we weren't getting hammered. We weren't smoking lots of cigars. We kept our shirts on, and there weren't any women. Just want to clarify that for the now. Hopefully, there will be next time.
I didn't understand the place though because it served you a beer in a Game of Thrones
Yeah, that was odd.
plastic mug.
Yeah.
It's very
You a
strange.
Game of Thrones fan?
I am.
Have you watched all Game of Thrones? I haven't watched any of them.
I've never seen one.
Excellent. Yeah. Ditto.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Don't look at
It's
me like
amazing.
that. Just because I haven't seen
Are you a
one.
human being?
Well, clearly not.
Where did you learn English?
From school, from primary school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Because when I was little, like we always had the foreigner teacher in the school, so like they could teach us the
Did
spoken
you go to an
English.
international school?
No.
Okay. Oh.
Do a lot of the local, or all the local Chinese schools teach English as part of their curriculum?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Wow, okay.
I could maybe it's just for my city because my city is kind of like the port,
Yeah,
the port
okay.
place who people do like the export import stuff, so
Right,
they need
okay.
like this
Yes,
kind
that
of
would make sense.
yeah.
All right, fair enough. Well, where else have you travelled to other than China, the Philippines, and Phuket?
The favorite country I think Thailand. Thailand.
Had you travelled to Thailand before?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did many times.
To Phuket or to different areas?
Two different areas. Phuket, I've never been here because Phuket wasn't my first destination I want to go. Because
Why?
I was saying Phuket was way too popular, and I don't like the place is too popular. I like to go to a small island, nobody knows.
Yeah.
It's kind of like trouble stuff.
And catch fish.
Exactly.
Just hire a fisherman to catch it first. So where did you travel in Phuket? Not in Thailand, sorry.
Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai is the first place I've been in Thailand. And I've been there for 8 days or something. But that was the first place when I'm leaving, I want to cry. I don't want to leave.
Excellent.
Wow.
And since then, the time that you've been locked down here in Phuket, have you travelled, taken any advantage of the domestic tourism market here, or you've just been based in Phuket the whole time?
I traveled to another place, like to Chiang Mai,
You've been
Bangkok,
more- okay,
something.
yeah.
Bangkok
Okay.
for my city life.
Yeah. And on a left of middle note, where did the free diving come into it? Because you mentioned earlier you only learned to swim when you were here.
Oh yeah, no.
So-
Before you go free diving, where and how did you learn to swim?
Here.
No, because
Actually,
you just,
I learned how to swim in China, but by then I cannot do my breathing part.
breathing's quite important.
Breathing's important when you're
Keeps you
swimming.
alive.
Yeah, I didn't do it well, but when I came here, I started to
You've had
like.
25 years practice. You
Yeah.
should be able to breathe well.
Wow, thank you. And when I came here, like me and my friend, we have like Sunday beach day, something like that. So I love snorkeling, and then I started to learn how to swim, how to breathing when you're swimming, like
Okay.
this.
And what led you then into free diving?
Because I learned how to do the scuba diving before, and when I was in Singapore, everything was so pretty.
Yeah.
You just want to try,
No.
I've never been there.
Oh, it's pretty cool.
It's the best time to go.
Yeah,
Without
no-
tourists.
Now is the best time without
Yeah.
doubt.
How do I get there?
On a boat.
Okay.
Might be going.
Fair enough.
Might be going end of next month. I'll keep you posted.
Well, I wasn't invited to your last trip that you went diving on your mum.
Yeah.
Russell went on his mum. Went with his mum. Sorry, diving.
Yes.
It was nice. I didn't get the invite.
No.
We've been friends for a couple of weeks, and he
Yeah.
didn't invite me to his
Couple of
diving
weeks.
trip.
To be, we've been friends for a long time. But to be fair, I've known my mum
He
slightly
says.
longer.
Well, you say that, Russ. You say that. Anyway, back to Ira. Do it.
Well, no, I was just going to ask.
I feel like it's a hard question coming.
No.
Is it the way I sat back, crossed my legs?
Yeah, you have
As we first sat down, prior to starting the podcast, you mentioned about your amazing slick back, greasy hair, all due to the fact that you've been for a sport massage, and you've been for said sport massage because you're aching because you've been doing lots of sport. So what was the sport? What have you been doing?
Recently, I'm falling in love with the fly yoga, Ira yoga.
Jay does that.
Yeah, he told me.
Yeah.
But they don't do that often. Not really, right?
Well, I might start now.
Oh, that'd be good.
No, it really
no, it's
wouldn't.
interesting. Yeah, it was the first yoga that I ever tried, and yeah, I know that Ira did it because you do it with
Properly.
at Satai
Oh,
gym
cool. Okay, yeah.
with Kun Green, who you couldn't remember her name. That I had to say it's Kun Green, your instructor. Kun Green was the same. She used to work with the girl that I did it with
Oh, okay,
back
cool.
when I did it in Surin,
Okay.
and so yeah, I love aerial yoga.
Yeah, it's
Enjoy
really
it?
nice. Very nice. I like the upside down moment.
There's a no. Let's not go there.
I know exactly. And I was going there as well.
I
Yeah.
said, our drinks hasn't come yet.
Yeah. Was there a number?
Yes,
involved?
yeah.
I
Anyway.
thought so. But how often? So you've been doing it a couple of times?
And now I'm doing like 4 times per week.
Oh wow!
Okay.
And have you done any kind of yoga or any stuff like that before, or did you? Was aerial your first step into the yoga world?
Yes.
And
Ira
it's-
yoga first.
And why did you choose that?
Because I love it.
No, but when you first you see it and think, oh wow, great, I get to fly in the air, or was it a case of that?
I
looks odd, I'll
I was
try it?
got invited by one friend. Like she
Okay.
was doing that. She was like, "Oh, it's really amazing. You should try." I'm like, well, okay, I will try. And then after I try, like, oh god, I need to do it.
Right.
It is really fun. Have you
But
done it, Russ?
no, I haven't. I've not done the aerial stuff. But the penalty for that is obviously you're in a lot of pain and need to go for massages. So it's obviously working.
Actually, like I always have problem with my low back part and my shoulder. After
Shoulders
doing,
or upper back?
After
That's another
doing,
story.
no. After doing,
Maybe they're not because if she's doing aerial yoga, she'll be up the other way. You see, that's why it's a lower back.
No, after finish fly yoga class, I feel much more relaxed. But now I want to do the advanced part. Advanced, which you need more power from your upper body. So you need to relax sometimes. Do some spot massage.
Sweet.
Must be tough just going to do aerial yoga. They call it fly yoga now, don't they? Because back in the day when I did it, when I was really cool. When did I do it? It was 3 years ago.
Really?
3 years.
2.5 years ago.
Really?
I'm trying to work out when I did it. Yeah.
Christ, I would have said it was last year.
No. It was a long time ago, and I stopped doing it. And there's a reason why I stopped doing it.
Yeah, I know the reason you stopped.
Okay, fine, good.
What's the reason?
Oh, we'll tell you later.
Okay.
I don't mind. I can tell the listener.
Go on if you.
I was having a great time, and I just got divorced at the time, so it was a release of wanting to do something, and I was trying new things because I wanted to set myself new challenges and new goals. So I thought, right, I'm rubbish at going to meet new people, and especially even worse at going to try new things. So I was in this really weird. Were you out with us? We were drinking at Drinks and Co, and we met. We met this lady. I can't remember her name now. Anyway, she was doing it, and she invited me to come and try this yoga. So I went and tried it. Anyway, and I started working with her a bit and did a bit of marketing with her. But then I did it, and then I stopped because she then got friendly with my ex-wife, and my ex-wife then started to go, and then it became a bit of an issue that this trainer was in between me, and she was saying, "Oh, I'd met your ex-wife," and she said, "Oh, she's doing such a great job."
And she's lovely.
She is lovely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Quick question for you then. I appreciate you're as only 25, so I'm expecting...
And you look amazing for 25, if I may say.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm expecting an extended, long answer to this next question.
Okay.
What sort of things have you got on your bucket list? Take your time.
Actually, I checked this question before I came here. I was thinking about this, but actually nothing. Nothing on my bucket list right now.
Ready?
Yeah.
Watch this. You ever want to swim with sharks?
Swimming shark?
Swim with sharks.
No.
Oh, damn it. Hot air balloon.
I can do it, but it's not my bucket list. If I have a chance, I will do it. If no, it's fine.
If you want to free dive,
where
would you want to free dive?
Somewhere interesting.
Jesus Christ. Is there a dentist in the house? I need to pull some teeth.
Let's just finish this one.
I got it. Yes.
Russ, just finish it early. Just do the outro now. Let's just get over it.
Feign injury and go home early.
Yeah. I've lost the recording.
Engine failure.
Yeah.
Coming down.
Mayday.
You ever wanted to learn how to fly?
If I have a chance, I will learn. If not, it's okay.
But there's
give us something.
There's got to be something. Like a place you want to visit, a thing you want to do, see, feel, touch, squeeze. Stop me if I go too far.
Naked aerial yoga, naked fly aerial yoga. I'm just throwing it out there. Fishing. Catch your own fish rather than cheekily stealing one from the fisherman and then pretending it's yours.
Yeah.
I did it.
Okay, tick that one off.
She's done that. So.
She's good, this one.
Yeah.
I'm struggling
this
here.
This is difficult.
Yeah.
Nothing else? Nothing else springs out?
Nothing special.
Well, Ira, thank you much for
thanks so much.
being amazing. It's been great to get to know you.
We should do a follow-up, so we'll give you a bit more time to think about it. And when you've got your extended list of shit that I want to try, you can let us know.
Is there anywhere else in Thailand that you'd like to visit that you haven't visited yet?
Koh Bay.
Fair enough.
Koh Bay.
COVID Bay?
Koh Bay.
Where's COVID Bay?
Koh Bay.
Oh, Koh Lipi.
Yeah.
Koh Lipi is called Koh Lipi.
Koh Lipi.
Okay.
Is it Lipe?
Lipe.
You say Lipe, I say Lipi. Happy days.
Lipi.
Ira, if anyone wants to get hold of you to do some packaging, what's the best way to get hold of you?
Get hold of me? What do you mean?
That's a good English term. If anyone wants to contact you
for
business reasons, not just personal reasons, because we know you're on Tinder.
So if you want to get hold of you...
What's your Tinder name? And then people know to search for you. Or are you off now? Oh, no, she's not.
Okay, people, they could contact me via the Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just search Ira Xie, Xie.
Xie, yes. Ira, I-R-A.
Xie.
Xie,
that was it.
Yeah.
Xie.
When you say it, it sounds beautiful. When he says it, it sounds horrible.
You know why?
Because there's a reference.
Because the different people saying that.
I know. Beautiful and ugly.
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about.
Something in there.
Ira, it has been interesting because you are probably... Anna Rose was younger. Marginally younger, but you are the first. So thank you for being
But
the
also,
first Chinese person.
most of the people that we interview have been in Phuket for a considerable time as well. So there's been more to discuss about sort of what people do here and what have you.
But it's good to have a newbie on because
No,
you have a
absolutely.
different light and you have a different kind of view of Phuket than what we have because we've been here for too long and we
Way
get,
too long.
you know...
You can feel like home.
And I don't think in any of the...
Oh, I'm not sure it feels like home.
No, it doesn't feel like home.
I think
I'm not
that's
sure
the
if any
problem.
of
It doesn't feel like home. I think that's the issue when you be here for too long. But maybe it does. I don't know. Different people, different things, different feelings.
Horses for courses.
Yeah.
Ira, thank you so much for being on the pod. It's been a pleasure.
No problem. Thank you,
Thank
guys.
Project Artisan for letting us be here. We should mention we're at Project Artisan
We
today.
are indeed. Lovely
Thank
coffee.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
team.
the coffee was right. Do you know why we weren't at Bake? Ask.
Why were we not at Bake? Because the coffee shit?
I'm not going to say that. No.
Thanks, Ira. Thanks, Russell. Cheers,
bye.
Thank you.
Don't do that.
I'm waiting for you to start.
Welcome to the outro. Don't look at Ira. Pretend she's not here, and we can be cheeky. I'm just going to do this. What do you think? What do you think
What
of my
I think
stalking
is-
ability to get Ira, the hot chick,
What I think is...
on our... And we weren't sexist in any
If-
way, shape or form, I don't feel. Or do you think we were kind of dribbling?
For
She's
the
not
sales
listening.
department, press 1.
So-
For retail,
Do you want me to do it properly?
Press
Russ was making
2.
a bit of a joke because I had to do
I'm fucking nailing this, bitch.
All right. Oh, that's the first time you've sworn, do you know? Well done.
For events, please press 3.
Okay, I should explain, listener,
For
what
human resources, please press
Russ was
4.
doing. I had to do a
For accounting,
voiceover
for money that we
for
owe,
a telephone.
please fuck off.
Yeah, that's pretty much. You pretty nailed it. Anyway, Ira is sat with us, but we're going to do the outro. What do you think, Russ?
Awesome.
Before we talk about the the amazing Ira and her beautiful hair, not so beautiful today. I saw the look.
I mean, I've got an image of where it could be at.
I've not seen you for a little while.
Have you missed me?
A little bit.
Should we cuddle? Would that help?
No.
Okay.
How was your trip away? You went to the Similan Islands diving with your mum.
It was awesome.
What did you see?
Fish. Lots
Good.
of fish. Saw some sharks, saw some barracudas, saw a turtle, saw some dolphins, which made me think of you and chuckle.
I hate dolphins.
'Cause-
And what was the best thing is we didn't communicate the whole time you were away.
Well, the
didn't
funny
want
thing
to,
was...
but you
Yeah.
did the first thing you sent to me when you got on the boat, which was
the guy that was running the boat, his name is Victor.
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 Did he sound like Victor?
No, he didn't because he was
Oh.
Spanish.
Oh, really?
He really was, yeah.
Oh,
But
that's
the fact-
ruined it. I
I
spent
know,
this whole week
and I
wanting
felt
it to be
really,
Russian.
I didn't want to tell you that bit, but I kind of had to. But no, he was Spanish, but he was called Victor, and it just made me chuckle.
Okay.
But the other running gag throughout the trip was, what's your vector, Victor?
And was that a gag just for you guys on the boat? 'Cause
Pretty
it
much.
doesn't
Well,
it doesn't work for anybody
It
else.
was more just for Steve and myself, but
Was Steve with you, Colonel?
yeah, the Colonel was with us. Tash was
Anyway, the
with
reason
us.
we're laughing at Victor is one of the characters that I did recently. If you've not seen
Fantastically
it,
well.
he's a stand-up comedian called Victor.
and
Russian
he's brilliant.
guy.
He's
Yeah,
brilliant.
He's very, very funny. He's very funny.
Your hair looks lovely. You're
It
welcome.
looks nice like that now you've tied it up, actually. Yeah.
Do you ever if you,
What? Hold on, I'm just processing the
Yeah, yeah.
beauty.
So like every now and again we would have what I would call constructive banter and a bit of fun with members of the opposite sex.
Yes.
This has happened from time to time. I
Yes.
dare say if we listen back to the podcast, there may be one or two moments in said conversation where we have been a little bit, dare I say, #MeToo, over the line, or at very least very fucking close to it. Have you ever, as a bloke, considered that what we're saying is just way too over the mark and we shouldn't be saying it?
No, because I think if it is too over the mark, then the person that we would be with would say that's too far over the mark and then would make that point. I think that we're having this conversation within
I'm
us.
not convinced entirely that's the case.
Are you saying that we should delete this because we've
Not
gone...
in the slightest.
Was it my
I loved every
Weinstein comment? Did I go too far?
No,
I've
it
gone
was
too
just-
far on many other things.
It was it was just a generic question I thought I would throw out there just for something different on the outro.
I think that
for
we
once.
are cheeky and we are naughty, and I think...
And you and I both know there's
And
no
I'm looking
harm.
at Ira. Ira's looking at us both thinking, what the fuck is going on?
There's no harm or intent or anything meant by any of it. That's obvious.
What are you doing? Is this some sort of... Are you worried about legal problems?
No, I'm just offering something different for the podcast listener on our podcast outro, which is normally, was that a good podcast? Yeah, it was awesome. Great.
all
We'll see you next week.
In all fairness, if someone hasn't liked our cheekiness and maybe... I don't think we're sexist, because
I know we're not.
I love women. That doesn't make me sexist at all. However, if they did not like our jokes or our cheekiness, then they wouldn't be listening.
There is
Because they
that.
would have got that when we interviewed Anna Rose on episode 3.
I thought she was the first one.
Yes, she was. She was episode 3, though. The first 2, we don't have. Anyway, this is boring. Ira, you want stuff packed? She'll pack it for you. She's packing, Ira.
She's packing, yeah.
She's packing it. Damn, she's packing it.
So yeah, if you happen to be in China and want stuff out of China, get in contact with Ira.
Absolutely.
If you've got stuff outside of China and want to get it into China, bit more dodgy. I mean,
And
get in touch with her anyway, because you never know, she might be able to help. She might be able to grease a wheel.
If you're on Tinder, then just search for Ira.
And if you're a pilot, fuck off.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's big thumbs up coming from over there. No more pilots in her life.
No more
Luckily,
pilots.
I'm not a pilot and I never have been.
There you go.
Thank you for listening,
Check us
listener.
out on Facebook and
Oh, I
stuff.
should do that bit, shouldn't I? Check us out on Facebook, check us out on Instagram and on the old Twitter. But the best place to go is...
PhuketPodcast.com.
Thank you. And if you... we should mention to people that Bartcast is out and it's now...
Oh, yes.
Big
it is
news.
now available.
Bartcast, which is Russell's personal podcast, which is all about doggies, is now available every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on Phuket Island Radio.
It is indeed.
91.5 and 102.5. We've got the island covered.
We do indeed.
Well, I
we,
don't, but
they.
Byron does.
Yeah.
But thank you very much for that.
So, or listen online on Phuket Island Radio.
Absolutely.
Which I think
We
so.
also got a Storytime podcast. If you've got kids and you want your kids to listen to a podcast about stories, and you can go to Storytime by KIS. Just search that on your podcast provider. And if you're looking to buy property, we also have on the Shark 13 Productions family, Phuket Property Podcast.
The best way for anyone to get any of the range of podcasts that are available from Shark Productions would be to go
Shark
to
13 Productions.
Shark
please.
13 Productions.
I don't
would
call
be to
yours
go to
Cattery K9, do I?
Shark 13 Productions.
Thank you.
Providing all of the above and more, go to PhuketPodcast.com.
Thanks, mate.
Where you can press 1 for sales.
On that note, I'm out of here. Cheers, buddy. Bye.